Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and welcome to the Q&A video for this week. Now, I know, we normally do this video on Mondays, but things got way out of hand this week. It is very early Wednesday morning, so here we go. We're going to do it. You guys know what happens during this video. We answer a bunch of questions that you guys asked in the past week, and we give away some V-bucks. So I've got a 1,000 V-buck gift card to give away right now. We're going to do it, and we're going to give another one away for this week as well. We've been doing this for a while, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. But first, thank you much for being here. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching, guys, and a huge thank you especially to everyone using my creator code. For those of you who don't know, Epic is going to the creator code. It's a creator program 2.0. So a lot of people who were using my creator code, you may want to check because it drops off every couple of weeks. It drops off, and also during this whole transition, a lot of people, you might look and you might see that you have no creator code. So if you want to support me, please go to the llama page in Save the World, or to the shop page in Battle Royale, and just type in DUJ2 in the creator spot. That's all you got to do. It helps me out so very much, and I really do appreciate it. Also, that's where I get the money to do these every week. So, and other ones that we do, including, don't forget, the last day of this month, which is the 31st, which is on a Sunday. We'll be doing a mini Pigmas. That's where we give away some other stuff as well. So make sure to check out, if you can come to the stream. It's on a Sunday. Like I said, you can check on Twitter or over on Discord for more information. Thank you very much, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's go ahead and start by doing the giveaway. That's the first thing we always do. So we're going to go over here, and then I'm going to have to, I just realized I didn't get the link for this week. So let's see, we have to go back to last week's Q&A. I go back to last week's Q&A, and I'm going to get the link for that video. There we go. Now over here, we're going to go right here. We're going to select this here. We're going to filter duplicate users, and we're going to hit get YouTube comments. It's going to go through. It's going to pick up all the unique comments, which you have 146 of them. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to hit start. And our winner for this week is Verticals, who said, great. Actually, I think, no, I didn't answer this question. I did answer another one of your questions, though. Great vid, man. Question: do you think they need to add a good site hero? There's just one or two barely in sites, like nobody uses them besides new people. Yes, I've actually talked about this before in another one. I think that not only this, we need more shotgun heroes. We need more club heroes. We need more heroes for a lot of other things to just round out. Even if we had the basic things, like if we had a critical hero, critical chance, critical damage, reduced cooldown in every sense, faster fire rate for certain weapons, so like if you had like one of every single one, so you could kind of build an entire hero loadout for every single type of weapon and for every single type of hero, like their abilities. I think it'd be really good. We have dozens maybe of more heroes to go, so it would be really cool. It would be really cool if they were to continue working that. But anyway, congratulations. Sorry, dude, I got stuck answering your question. Congratulations. All you have to do is email me at pigginatti@gmail.com, message me on Discord, come to a stream, tweet at me, DM me on Twitter, leave a comment down below in this video or any video this week. You have 1 week to claim it, and like I said, congratulations, you just got yourself a 1,000 V-buck gift card, and we'll do another one, guys. Now, to enter for these giveaways for the Q&A videos, all you have to do is leave a comment down below in this video. So this video, you can leave any comment. It just can be hi, bye, whatever. It can be a question if you want. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to do all that. I don't do that, you guys know that. I've never asked you guys for that. So if you just want to enter for this giveaway, all you got to do is just leave a comment down below. So thank you very much, EXO. I really appreciate it, dude, and congratulations. So let's go ahead and continue by doing the Q&A. So we're going to start with the Q&A, guys. If you want your question answered in one of these videos, today we have 30 questions, so we need to get on it. If you want your question answered, all you have to do is, from now until all next week, just leave a question down below in the comments like this. All you have to do is say question and then ask your question. That's all you have to do. Jonah asks, question, do you want the Kinder Egg surprise? And I love your videos. No, I don't like chocolate. And I don't like those Kinder Eggs. I never have liked them. The prizes were always kind of weird to me too. AZ asks, question, if Twine Peaks got a storyline, what do you think it would be about? By the way, keep up the great content. Thank you very much, dude. If they added a Twine Peaks storyline, I think it would be a second chapter. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Save the World storylines are, the first part is done. They said that the Stand and Fight campaign. So we have from all the way from Stonewood to Canny Valley is the Stand and Fight campaign, which at one time it was even called campaign number 1. So they kind of left it open to there could be more campaigns, 2, 3 more maybe. And the first campaign is basically what happens, the events that happen right after the husks appear or whatever. All the, like, if you watch the beginning scene of the game, you have this person running away from the husks, climbing up into a mountain, and then falling into this place with Ray and everyone else. The goggles come on, and VR kind of thing. We're not gonna get into that. That's a whole other lore thing that we talk about someday. But that whole thing, the Stand and Fight campaign, is from that moment all the way till what happens at the end of Canny Valley. I'm not going to spoil it, but from that moment on, that's the end. That's it. That's the whole end of that. Now we know in the recent events that things have taken a little bit of a turn for the dark, because in the recent campaigns, both like Lars and Ray talking back and forth, they kind of seem to talk about like it's not a matter of if they're gonna lose, but it's more of a matter of when, kind of like we're fighting a losing battle. So because of that, I always thought that the possibility of not losing, and actually defeating the husks and rebuilding society again, or the Fortnite world, would have been in Twine Peaks. It would have started in Twine Peaks, and it could have started with more time travel. We did meet Dennis Jr. So what about meeting the children of the other heroes that we know? And potentially they would be the ones to rebuild, to not only defeat the husks, but rebuild. So basically, like, we closed the portal, but we didn't defeat. It could be something like, there could be a weapon, or there could be a turning point where there was actually okay, we have defeated, and now we're going to continue fighting against more husks that are going to be coming, kind of like closing a certain portal in a certain Gaijin movie. No, sorry, not that. In a certain movie about big monsters, Pacific Rim, if you guys have ever watched it. So kaijus, that's what they're called. Sorry. So in a certain kaiju movie, if you had those, and thinking about closing that, and yes, it could reopen the future, but like, we have the tools now to be able to save the world, so rebuild the world. And I think Twine Peaks would be a really good place to do that in, especially since it's Twine Peaks, so you're thinking about a volcanic area. I don't know, maybe there's something there. Maybe there are different types of weapon, different types of heroes, time travel and all that. I think that would be really good. Unfortunately though, I don't think it's going to happen. And if we ever do see future Save the World game or content like that, I think the only way that it could happen is if we had a Save the World 2. I think in this Save the World, I think it's kind of over for us in that sense. Last Trin asks, question, do you think they will do anything in regards to storage, increase backpack vault? Increase regular storage. All you have to do is just get the increase inventory. You gotta buy the inventory every single season. Backpack and vault though, like the storage in your SSD, I don't know if they're gonna do anything about it. Technically, I kind of feel like at this point in the game, we should be around 250 in our SSD storage, and about, I would say we should be at around 400 in our backpack. But that puts a lot on the system, on the program, and I don't think that they can really put that much in without causing some problems. So, and I don't think that they are willing to work on the game or invest in the game to to make it better like that. But I hope they do. I really hope they do, because we need more space. Ian asks, question, do you think people should be able to drop 144s? Question number 1. And question number 2, do you think Epic Games should lower down the price for perk changes? What I mean is change the price for perk changes instead of 600 to 300. I think people can drop 144s. I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't really leveled up anything. And wait, is the 144s the ones that aren't supposed to be in the game yet? I don't know. You guys let me know. But I think you can drop anything outside of ventures. And to your second question, no, I think it's fine. I think the perk up using that, I think it should be like 500, because weapons, even though what you can do, and this is a long way of doing it, but if you ever don't want to waste like changing constantly, you can have multiple different weapons, level them up, try the one you like the most, and then recycle the others. Or you can take one weapon, level it up. If you don't like it, recycle it, get everything back, and then try another one, leveling it up into a different way. I kind of think the cost of the perks is kind of fine. I think 500 would be good, but 600 is fine. You just got to play the game to get more of the stuff. Gasper asks, question, should Fortnite finish the story mode? Also, I love your content. I'm happy there are still Save the World content creators. Yeah, there's lots of Save the World content creators. And like I said before, it's done. They have finished it. The story mode, the actual story for Save the World, this campaign is done. The campaign number 1, the stand and fight campaign, is done. That they've already told us it's completely done. Now they did tell us this after telling us for a long time that there was more coming. So obviously that was a change of mind. That was a change that was done because they decided to go in a different direction with Save the World. Save the World never went free to play. We never got any more areas like that. We kind of stopped getting updates. And it's been like that for a while now. It's been like that for a year and a half at least. So, and the changes actually started ever since way back in the beginning. When we first started playing the game, we were supposed to get the game going free to play 3 months. 3 months after it came out. Something happened and they kind of had to delay it a little bit, and I kind of feel like a lot of that was Battle Royale. And actually, I don't even think that they released Battle Royale instead of updating. I think they released Battle Royale to give us something to do while they were updating more. But then Battle Royale blew up. Battle Royale, which was not meant to be the main game, became the main game, exploded, became huge. And from that, then we were told that we were going to get the Canny Valley storyline, and we were going to get the free game sometime back at the end of 2017, then at the beginning of 2018. And that just got pushed further and further and further. Actually, I think what was supposed to happen was Save the World was supposed to come out free. Originally they had planned it, like October of 2018, but then they pushed it a little further. October of 2017. So I think what was supposed to happen was they were supposed to release Save the World at the beginning of 2018, free to play, along with the Canny Valley storyline. Like, all the new players would have this entire game to go through. And at some point, I actually thought that they were going to take away Twine Peaks because they were going to redo it. Because Twine Peaks originally was just an extra area for people to play around with, because they had finished, all the Canny Valley area, but didn't even have the Canny storyline yet. But yeah, so they finished. The current story is done. The current campaign. Will we ever see another campaign? I don't know. Bakir asks, question, do you have any tips for starting Canny Valley? Focus on the storyline. Once you get into Canny Valley, just focus on the storyline. Take your time. Enjoy the storyline. Trust me, there's no rush. Twine Peaks is not going anywhere. All the stuff will still be there. Just grind through the story. Enjoy the story. Continue progressing. And by the time you get to the end of the storyline, just without rushing, if you just progress normally, you'll be decently in the 60s or even level 70 by then. Which will be a good place to start in Twine once you're done the storyline. Actually, you probably even be like in the 80s by then. But still, that's my main tip. Don't rush. Don't try and get the max weapons. Just because you can take weapons up, to higher level, Doesn't mean you have to. You're gonna be okay. Just enjoy the game, enjoy the storyline. It'll be fine. Or else you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose out on a big experience if you're just trying to rush to get to Twine. Trust me. Dark asks question: should they add a way to purchase recruit and research vouchers? Yeah, I think they should. I honestly, I've said this for a long time. They should expand the gold shop giantly. The gold shop should be just absolutely huge. The gold shop should be just massive at this point. We should have, gold that we can use gold to buy perk ups, perks, evolution materials, even this, more heroes, survivors, purchasing research vouchers and recruit vouchers. I think that would be a really good thing to put in there. I don't know, put a voucher in for 50,000 gold or something like that. Put it out make it something that, or like superchargers, vouchers and superchargers. Make it something like 50,000 gold so you can really grind. Give people something to really grind for. Also, and I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, because this is a business. Save the World is a game that, very much depends on the money people put into it. And maybe it would also show Epic and Fortnite that it's a game worth, putting more money into it again and putting development into it. I think that it would be a really good idea to make gold purchasable with V-bucks. Like most other games, you purchase V-bucks and then you can also purchase, like a box of gold, or something like that, the gold bars. I think it would be a really good idea. Yes, I know a lot of people be like, oh, then it just makes it pay to win, but everything is. Every game is pay to win pretty much. Life is pay to win, and this is also the reason why I say this, that it's a good idea, is because Save the World is a grinding game. It is a game that takes massive amounts of time, just massive amounts of time. So because this game takes so much time, I think it's a really good idea to, take that into consideration for people who don't have the time. Most of the time when people play a game like this or any game, people either have time or they have money. If you have a really good job, you don't have time to play, but you have money. So you don't have the time, but you have the money. If you don't have a job or you're not there yet, you're still in school, whatever, you have time, but you don't have money. So that's how it balances out. If you have a really good job, but you don't have time to play and you want to play, you can put your money to advance the game. If you have a lot of time, you can put in the time, because in this game right now, it is very heavily stacked against people without time. You have to have time to grind everything in this game, and not everyone has that time. So instituting that system, I think, would be really good. Making gold purchasable with V-bucks, like packs of gold, and then expanding the gold shop to be able to buy so much more, I think would be fantastic to increase, revenue in the game, interest in the game. And why not? I mean, it would be wonderful. Also, they could make it so that you can only buy like one voucher a month or one supercharger a week or something like that. Like every single time the shop resets, you get another one. So I'm not saying putting, 100 vouchers there for people to buy. No, that just takes the fun out of the game. But I mean, it would increase a lot of money too. But it would be something to think about. Anthony asked a two-part question. He asked, question: I'm on Regicide for the MSK, and it says I have to defeat him, but I can't play. So am I supposed to do a certain mission to play it, or am I supposed to be a certain level? Your power level 116. Okay, so if you're on Regicide, go to your mission quest. So let me see if we can show you here real quick. What you need to do is go over here to your quest log, right? And let me go ahead and let's see. Let me just move this down for a second. So go to your quest line, and up here where you see your weekly challenges is where you're going to see Regicide, right? You already completed, I think, the one before, or Regicide is the one where you have to read over here and it'll say something like you have to kill like 2 mist monsters, something like that. I think that's the one. And then once you get the actual one to kill the MSK, then all you have to do is go to your map, go to Twine Peaks, go all the way over, and there should be a clear access to the portal. If you don't have the portal and you can't click on it, well, then it might be the second part that you said, because you said you're only power level 116. If you're power level 116, it's possible that you don't have that unlocked yet. It may be that that's what's stopping you. You have to be power level 122, according to the game, to be able to get it. But if you already unlocked the mission, you should be able to go into it. So I don't know. Maybe it's that. But there you go. I think it's probably that you're not level 122, or maybe you haven't completed all the requirements to be able to actually get into it. Good luck. RNG asks, question, do you think that they're going to bring the other Save the World pack skins to the BR? Yes, I do. Ramy asks, question, what would you say Epic Games needs to do to make Save the World good? Nothing. Save the World's fantastic, dude. Save the World, the game that's already there, Save the World, from Stonewood to Canny, the whole storyline, all the events, all the heroes, all the schematics, all of that. It's huge. This game is massive. If you're brand new to Save the World, buying it right now, you have months of content. You have months of grinding. You have so much game to play and enjoy. Congratulations and good luck. But to people who are veterans, this is the thing. We've mistaken this game to be an MMORPG that's going to be updated weekly. It's not. We are now on a kind of like a 3-month update, or every 2 or 3 months we get a tiny little update. This is not a game that is going to be constantly updated. This is not a game that's going to be just, it's not going to have a constant update. So we need to understand that and accept that. Save the World is good. It's a fantastic game. To improve it, to fine tune it, to make it a bigger game even, then yeah, there's a lot of bugs that need to be addressed. There's certain issues like the trading, real world trading, scamming, all of that needs to be addressed. A lot of bugs with different characters and different enemies, and how they act. The AI needs a lot of work too. There's a lot of things like that need to be done for it to progress like that. And content, a lot more content, a new Twine Peak storyline, new heroes, new weapons, not just recycled things, not just reskins. There's a lot of stuff like that would need to be done to make the game more viable and fun for the veteran players. But Save the World is not for the veteran players anymore. Save the World is a game that, it's becoming more and more apparent, has an end. Once you reach the end of a certain quest line, once you finish and you've done everything in the game, you're done. The game is over. Congratulations. You tried to beat the game, and you beat the game. That's just how it is. So, yeah. Storm Gaming asks, question, do you have any idea if founders will be able to earn V-bucks? If non-founders will be able to earn V-bucks? It's no fun if we can't buy dances in Stump 2. I don't have any idea. That's not a question for me. That's a question for Epic. 1. Number 2, I don't believe personally they're ever going to change it. The only way they would change it is if they bring back upgradable packs. If they bring back the deluxe version, super deluxe, limited, ultimate, they can bring them back in a different form they could bring it back with the exact same things, but reskin, like the Masamune. The Masamune could come back, but it could be a reskin. Great. The Nocturna could come back, but as a reskin. All the heroes could come back. They could be not founders. They could be like, I don't know, future heroes, or I don't know, VR heroes if they want, whatever they want to do. They could bring them like that, and it could be this whole thing that would be like that. And if you buy an upgradable version like that, then maybe you would get the V-bucks as well. But there's a major problem here. The V-buck issue causes a huge problem for people, for Epic, and kind of them saying, well, like BR people saying, hey, it's not fair that Save the World gets V-bucks. Yes, it's kind of locked behind a paywall that can't even be accessed anymore, which actually kind of is surprising to me that there hasn't been more complaining about that. But still, I kind of feel like they wouldn't be able to do that unless they did some upgradable packs. Will they in the future? Maybe. I don't know. It's no fun if you can't buy dances and stuff. Well, I kind of agree with that too. And honestly, I don't know why they didn't just bring back the super deluxe version, an extra 10-20 bucks, and people could unlock V-bucks. I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, I love playing Save the World 2 because I do get the V-bucks from it. But yeah, it's very odd to me. I honestly don't understand why they're not doing that. Maybe they had plans to do it, and they just never did. Zoogiy asks, question, is endurance worth it? You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea. I have heard that people get a lot of rewards from completing endurances. I've never done a single one, so I wouldn't know. Sorry, I'm not the person to ask. Azam asks, question, do you think they should make Save the World free for a week in the Epic Games Store and give the people who want bought the bundles some V-bucks as a compensation? Yes to your first part, no to your second part. I've actually said this several times before. It would be fantastic if they would make Save the World free for like a weekend. Like we could have every 6 months or every 3 months, weekend free, like Save the World weekends, and during that weekend, like for people who have free access, they could maybe access the whole game up to Canny, and maybe they could, as they grind the missions, they get V-bucks out of them too. I think there's a lot of different ways that they could do that, to kind of encourage people to keep playing. And like I said, then they could sell access to Save the World and deluxe versions, etc., etc. But I don't think they should be giving people who bought the bundle V-bucks as compensation, because I don't think maybe they should just bring out certain quests that need to be done during that time that could give you V-bucks, and everyone has access to them, including founders. I think that. I don't think they should be giving us more. Question, have you quit the Mythic question series? No, I have not. There will be one hopefully this week. I've just had a lot going on and I haven't had time to do it, but we're going to keep it up again. I have like a folder full of questions. Question, should Save the World heroes come to Battle Royale and cost 2,000 V-bucks for all the hero types? Like say Penny. Yeah, we have Penny, but Penny should be 2,000 with styles of all the other Pennies in Save the World. Same goes for Cal, Ramirez, Jess, etc. The Save the World founders owners should be able to buy one of them for free. Wow. This is a really good suggestion, a really good question, I guess. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't too, because that takes even more away from what makes Save the World special. I mean, it's not like we can use our current skins that we have in Save the World in Battle Royale, but maybe they should start there first, and then they could do something like this. It would be interesting. And for the Save the World founders, well, we would just have access to everything. You know what I mean? Like everyone who already has Save the World, they would just unlock all these skins you could use in Battle Royale. But yeah, not make us pay for any of it. But you know how it is. They probably would. Johannes asks, question, how much progress have you done in the challenges, like the Save 10,000 Survivors? Oh, that's a good question, actually. Let's take a look. How much progress have I made in those? Quests. Challenges? Is this it? Oh, you guys can't. Okay, I'm gonna take this up for a second, and I'm going to disappear for a second. Let's disappear for a second and see what we got here. Bloop. Well, apparently Guardian Angel, which is the 10,000 one, I'm at 6,592 out of 10,000. Plays well with others. I'm stuck. But you know what? Now that we have War Games, I'll probably do that again to try and get that up. But I'm almost halfway to that. And apparently I've completed the other two. So, yeah. I don't remember when I completed the other two, but I guess I did. So, yeah. But that's good to know. That's good to know. I only have 2 left to go, and not that much left in either of those to do. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep going here. Bloop. Bloop. Next question is from Michael, who asked, question, why they are not giving more vouchers? Why are they not giving out more vouchers? Because I don't think they want to get people so they can get everything right away. It's a way of encouraging people to continue playing. Buster Doom asks, question, after the next 2 ventures, will it go back to the first ventures? Well, we know now that it won't. I think we're going to have a full rotation of a full year of different ventures, which is going to be like 6 different ventures. No. Yeah, about 6 different ventures, I think. Or 7 maybe. Or 8. I don't know, maybe 6. Question: do you think Fortnite should add a way to trade schematics where both players click a trap to trade, then accept and wait 5 seconds to confirm it? This can also be implemented for no trading, so people will get scammed less. Using that for schematics, no. I don't think that we should be able to trade schematics ever. It takes a huge part of the game away. For normal trading, yes, I do think they should make like a trade box or implement something like the Grand Exchange in RuneScape. Dave asked 2 questions. Adventurers, don't you think it would be a great idea to be able to craft your weapons? And let's talk about the Mythic Storm King. Do you think it would be a good idea if Epic locked in the higher power level ranked players only? I've encountered far too many low level players that want to play and be able to be carried. What's your thoughts? Love the content. You're one of the most important YouTubers about Fortnite, and I like that. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. To your first question, do I think we should be able to craft our own weapons in Ventures? No. The reason for this is because that's what makes Venture special. The fact that you have to go and look for the weapons in, like get them from drops or in searching things, or even in what's it called, in the what are those called again? The boxes where you hit them and you put your things in. I'm thinking arcades, vending machines. The vending machines. Sorry. So. There we go. The vending machines. So what I think they should do is I think they should make more vending machines, and they should make different colored vending machines. Different colored or different styled in the way that maybe some of the vending machines will be just for melee. Some will be only for ranged weapons, or some for assault weapons and things like that, and they should put more of them with more things in them, because it really stinks hitting the same, multiple different vending machines and getting the same thing over and over and over again. Just a wider variety. And maybe if the one thing I would say we could do is in the repair things, maybe we could upgrade a perk. You know what I mean? Like change a perk. Maybe that would be good. So as you progress, because we're only going to use one weapon anyway. So like, let's say you get a Xenon bow, and then as you get more stuff, you can, re-perk it kind of. I think that would be good. And your second question, Mythic Storm King, yes, I have said over and over and over again that I believe the Mythic Storm King should be an end game boss. Once you've completed everything, once you are pretty much done with the game and you're like level 125 or above or something like that, or level 130, you've got, nothing else in the game that really challenges you. Mythic Storm King should be that. And they should lock that both to a level and... yeah, I think they should do that. I've been saying that for a long time. Tiggy asks, question: do you think they should try to put quest lines in the storyline? The reason I'm asking this is because the first time I saw Desiree was in a quest line and not in the storyline. I was really confused. Like, who is this? Is she a bad guy? What is she gonna do with a bomb? Yeah, it's very confusing. It's very confusing because there are the narrative quest lines, the little ones, that are kind of outside of the actual storyline, and they do add a lot more information to what's going on. I kind of feel like they should make them side quests that you can go and do. Event quest lines, like narrative quest lines, should be purely event and have nothing to do with the main storyline. But it's kind of hard to do that. And honestly, there's a lot of quest lines, like the narrative quest lines, that add a lot. They add a lot of context and a lot of backstory to the game. So it's kind of good that we're going to be in the rotation, yearly rotation, I guess. M asks, now the reason why I blanked out your name is because of the question. Do you think Epic should have a shop just for crafting materials? We've already talked about that. Yes. Personally, I would love it. It would stop people from farming during missions that we want to speedrun. Endgame players want to finish the mission as fast as possible. Me personally, I try to do 3 to 4 missions an hour. I would love to go, which is how much you can do. I would love to go in the shop and use my gold or V-bucks and buy in bulk of crafting materials. This would definitely eliminate a lot of trading. Now, I wish you would just have stopped your question there, and I would have been able to keep your name. But you went on to say, I usually go online and buy 50k brick for $1. I really do not like to farm. So to your first part, they need to fix farming. We need to be able to get a lot more material for our time. And like I said, yes, I think they should implement a shop that for gold, you can buy, and also, you can buy gold with V-bucks. But for gold, you can buy all the crafting stuff that you need to be able to do the missions. So if you want to farm, you can. If you don't, you can actually just do that. What I don't think you should do is you should not be going online and buying 50k brick for $1. That is real world trading. It is against the terms of service. Please don't do it. That kind of stuff can get you banned. So I wish you hadn't said that, so I could have shown your name and everything. But at the same time, you know, I appreciate the chance to be able to say, people, guys, please don't. Like, don't break terms of service. I know it stinks. I know you want to go ahead and do that. But that is against terms of service. Please don't do it because it could get your account banned someday. Cosmic Carby asks, question, should the Save the World team focus more on storyline mini quest lines or focus all the time on the Twilight Peak storyline? Wow. Okay, so this question is really interesting. I don't know how long you've been playing Save the World, but something that I've been saying for a while now is that I don't believe there is a Save the World team anymore. There used to be, once upon a time. Once upon a time, there used to be weekly, well, sometimes daily updates, but like there used to be updates from the developer team. There was a developer blog. There were videos that would come out on the YouTube channel for Save the World, or for Fortnite when it was still Save the World. And in those videos, the developer team would tell us what was going on and what they were working on. There was a lot of communication before. There were roadmaps. There was a lot of stuff like that. Little by little, that all started fading away until we got to the point where we are now, where I don't believe there is a Save the World team anymore. The way that I think it works now is that Fortnite as a whole has a development team. And I kind of like to imagine this. I like to imagine that wherever they work, there is a big whiteboard right on the middle of the room where they write down battle royale ideas, you know, for the next, well, they write ideas for Fortnite. They have like a battle royale section where they're like, you know, what's going to be in the next battle pass, the crew thing, ideas for heroes, for events, collaborations, etc., 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 weapons, changes, balances, all that. And then they have an area for creative where they're like, okay, what are we bringing into creative? How are we going to develop this? What maps are we going to feature? What ideas are really good? What can we change? What can we balance, etc., etc. And then over on the corner, in the top little corner, there's a tiny little room. There's a tiny little space at the very top, like a little bubble, like a little circle that says Save the World, STW. And in that STW, they have like one or two things that they've written down. And every once in a while, maybe they have like, I don't know, every Thursday from like 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. is Save the World time. And during that time, they will look over to that little bubble and be like, okay, what's the Save the World need? We've got 2 hours. Let's try and do something for Save the World. I don't think that they have a dedicated team or a dedicated amount of time to be able to develop Save the World, unfortunately. But to answer your question, I think that they should focus on bugs first. They should focus on bugs, balance of the game, and the trading situation. I think that's what they should focus on way before they focus on more quest line thing. I don't know, maybe they have a lot of big plans, or maybe there's a secret Save the World team out there that's working on it. You can hope. Next question is from Deep, who asks, question, what's your thoughts on jailing? Do you like it being in the game? Whew, okay, wow. Okay, before I go on a huge tangent here, I gotta say, I've made 2 or 3 videos talking about this, both the jailing changes, the delay in the changes, and what I think about jailing. Just go ahead and go to my channel, just type in jail changes, jail build, anything like that, and you're gonna get a bunch of videos where I talked about it. For my thoughts, all my thoughts are there, so please go check that out. There's lots of thoughts there. Do I like it being in the game? That's not something that's really been asked before to me. And I'm going to say this as quickly as I can because his videos are super long. When jailing first appeared, which actually the first thoughts of jailing that I heard were like years ago, like 3 months after the game first released. A couple of people had found how to jail, and jails were different back then. We had jails that would keep husks away from the objective, even smashers, because believe it or not, way back at the beginning, launch pads and wall launchers could push back smashers. It could push back everything. So way back then, we had jails that what they focused on was on pushing the enemy away. So there was a really cool jail that was a pit. Basically, you made ramps leading up to your objective, like your SSD or your whatever it was, and then they would run up, and you couldn't put traps on slants either. But they would run up, and then they would fall, and then there would be walls that would push them back, and there were walls that would push them up and away. So they would just get recycled. Like husks would just get bounced away, and they would just bounce out and then come back in again, and bounced out and come back in. And that was all they did over and over and over again. And they were just kept away from the objective. There were other traps, jail builds, that were really cool, because the enemy would come in, and then they would get bounced up and bounced into another platform, and bounced up into another platform, and up and up and up and up and up until they got really far, and then they would get bounced out of it, and the fall damage would kill them, or they would just get bounced away. So jail builds were different back then, but there have been jail builds that have been around a very long time, including the current jail build style, which I first saw a long time ago, maybe 2 years ago. At the beginning, I did not like jail builds. I didn't like them because I felt it wasn't fair. I didn't exactly feel like it was a exploitation of a bug or a glitch or anything like that. I didn't think it was anything like that. I just thought that it wasn't really fair. It wasn't really that fair of a way of playing, because, well, it made you be able to do things and get the rewards without really, doing anything for them. But I would say that, always saying, I don't think it's fair, because they're still working on the game. They're still balancing the game. The reason why jail building is viable, the reason why jail building is, I would hate to say it, needed at this point in the game, is because we don't have time. You don't have time to play a game, to play a match and grind it to get the legendary perk up, or the materials, or evolution materials, or anything like that. And if you need to do the mission, you need to maybe grind for 2-3 hours before, 4 hours, just to get the materials to make the traps to do the mission, which you might still fail. And when you do that mission, guess what? You need to redo that mission dozens of times sometimes to be able to get it. One time we calculated it, and it was about 14 hours. It would take you 14 hours to get not so much anymore, because we didn't have level 160s back then, but it would take 14 hours to grind in. If you had a new schematic, let's say you got a Xenon bow, you wanted to take that Xenon bow all the way to legendary perks, max it out. It would take 14 hours of non-stop playing to be able to do it. Farming the materials, farming the missions, etc., just rinse and repeat. 14 hours. Some people don't even have 14 hours a week to play. Some people have 14 hours a day to play. But it wasn't fair. I didn't think it was fair back then. I still don't think it's fair now. So my personal thoughts on jailing, you can go look at them there. Do I like being at the game? Yeah, now I do. I think it's fair now. The only reason where I would think that it shouldn't be in the game anymore is if Epic fixes the game. If Epic works on the game, if the Save the World team, well, we just talked about that, but if Save the World, if they work on balancing the game, if they balance the game, if they fix the balance, fine, take away jail builds. But don't take away jail building without fixing the balance. The balance needs to be fixed. The easiest way they can do that is they can make traps cost much less. If it costs one powder, one gear, one whatever, to make a trap, great. That'd be great. That'd be fine. But they have to rebalance how much it costs to make a trap compared to how much time it takes us to get the materials. That's definitely what they have to do. It's question. No jailing equals fewer 160s and 140 missions for me, as I will never get enough quartz crystals to make the number of traps needed at that level. Should our strategy be when they change jailing to ignore weekly 160 challenges unless they are superchargers? Hopefully no. Hopefully not. Hopefully, like I said before, hopefully that when they change the jail builds, they rebalance the materials. They have to do it. Either we get a lot more materials, or they put materials for sale for gold in the gold shop, or they reduce the cost of traps. If they don't do any of that, they're going to make this game much more difficult to play, and they're going to take a lot of the fun away. they're going to take a lot of fun. Also, something else that you guys have noticed, the way that I keep jail builds fun is we always pull a mini boss. We might lose, but it's fun. And yeah, you could definitely go ahead and do them for just for the survivor for the superchargers and for the core perks. Yeah, that would be the only reason why I would do them, but it would make it very difficult. It would be very difficult to do them. Oh, there he is. Exo, question. I have a de-atomizer 9000, but I also hear you say top 3 weapons. Now, Pulsar C9000, Xenon Bow, and Zap Zap. Should I try to buy a llama or 2 to get a Pulsar? I know that you asked this when the llama was in the shop. I don't remember if I answered you or not, but the Pulsar 9000 is 100% worth it. It is worth chasing if you can afford it. Trying to get one. The Zap Zap is a personal weapon that I love. I love the Zap Zap. I've always loved the Zap Zap. I think the Zap Zap is amazing. I will say this about the Zap Zap though. I don't believe that the Zap Zap is a weapon that is really good in high level twine. If you get a Zap Zap from level 1 to level 100 missions, it'll carry you through the whole game. The only you have to have the right perks on it. The only problem is it will cost you a lot of the batteries because it does use the what's it called? The power cells. So there are other weapons that you could use instead, like the Xenon Bow. The Xenon Bow is a fantastic weapon if you get one early on too. But the top 3 weapons that I recommend always to have on you are the Baron, the Pulsar 9000, and the Xenon Bow. This is Pulsar for close range, Xenon Bow for long range, the Baron for running. That's my build. The de-atomizer 9000 is fantastic as a launcher, and the Zap Zap, of course, is my favorite weapon of all times because it is amazing. It's beautiful. It's incredible. But yeah, I would recommend for that. So yeah, if you didn't get it, hopefully, if you didn't have it, hopefully you did go for it because the Pulsar 9000 is totally worth it. Or just, get it out of the collection book. Raider Michael asked, question, not 100% Save the World related, but if Fortnite got into Super Smash Brothers, wow. Ultimate, do you think some characters would Save the World be cool spirits? I think you mean sprites. Or me costumes? Wow. Huh. You know what? Well, first of all, I don't think that they would ever do a collaboration with Save the World. I think it would be for Battle Royale because you know how it is. I don't think that Nintendo would mess with Epic though and Tencent. But beside the point. What do I think would be really cool? Ray and the OGs. Ramirez, Ken, Penny, Kyle. The OGs, kind of like with the collaboration they did with Battle Breakers. That would be really good there because there's so many, dude. There's so many cool characters, dude. And the thing is that they're taking everything from Save the World to Battle Royale, and they would say it's from Battle Royale anyway. So, but yeah, that's a really interesting thing. Man, you know what? Collaborations would be amazing. I would love to see collaborations with Save the World. Has so much potential. Katie X asks, question, doing Twine Peak SSDs, but every time I go into the fan, a new level, all my previous straps have disappeared. Any ideas why or how I could keep them there for the next round? Thanks. Okay, so unless you're experiencing a bug, this is the thing. Put down your traps before you start the mission. If you put down traps during the mission, they go bye-bye. Anything you put down during a mission will not stick around. It's like a wipe and reset. You have to put all your traps down before you start the mission. So build, and then leave the mission if you want and come back in, and it'll all still be there. But if you put down any traps, any constructions, break anything, destroy anything, or do anything while the mission is currently running, I'm sorry, it won't be there when you get out. So that's just how it is. AZ asks, question, what do you think about the dragon weapon set? I heard it's pretty average. It has potential. I did take a look at it recently because of the Roman candle thing. If it's true that the Roman candle has been improved a lot more, it could be really good. I'm actually kind of interested in seeing it. And Jisoo asks, question, what do you think is going to happen when they pull the plug on Save the World? Wow, close the service. Do you think Founders will get something special or just nothing at all? Love your bits. Well, I hope that doesn't happen for a very long time. I hope that even if we get a a schedule, like a yearly schedule. They will continue doing that for like a year or two more. I would be happy if Save the World was, stayed open till like 2022, 2023. But it could go for more years. It could go for many more years if they just kept it on the, rotating schedule without really doing anything to it. It would be great if they worked on it more. But if they do pull the plug at any time, no, I don't think the founders are going to get anything. I think founders have already gotten everything they're going to give them. That's sad. And that's what we finish on. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the questions, guys. I didn't mean to end on a sad note there. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I know this turned out to be a massively long video. Congratulations if you made it to the end. Thank you very much for supporting, guys. Thank you very much for using my creator code. Thank you very much for watching, guys. You guys are fantastic. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. Don't forget to comment down below for a chance of winning the 1,000 V-bucks for this week. And as always, I am DUJ2. If you guys enjoy this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please do me a huge, huge, huge favor and have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.